It's a tough world for these kids to get into college, and they need to be thinking early on. The reason I became a middle school teacher is because this is such an important age. I gave up a very high-paying position in engineering to become a middle school teacher. And it's so important for these kids to have mentors, giving them examples of what it takes to be successful. So for me, what's important about this age is these kids, they have a lot of potential, and a lot of them don't realize what they need to do to succeed in life. They need to understand the consequences of their actions. I tell them all the time, middle school is not about grades. It's about learning to make the right choices. That's what's important, and that's why I think the Go On program is so important, because it gets people thinking, I want to go here, what do I have to do to get there? Does middle school really matter? Does what I do now matter? And I think they're starting to realize it does. Every teacher I know wants their kids to succeed. That's more important than the curriculum.
We know what's fun and what makes kids want to be involved in things and what makes kids want to strive to be better and go on to these kind of programs.
This year, the students decided to do a Go On mural. So every student has kind of looked into career paths that they would like to pursue. So they each did a character with the career that they've been thinking about. And it's all going to be up there on the wall with a big thought bubble with the person sitting on the diploma. So you've got all these possibilities in your life. You got to get that education to get up there.
We spent a lot of time talking about, that vision you have for a school and for the kids that you have. And we knew we needed some kids to drive the message, and kids were asking about being ambassadors.
So we picked a couple of students from each grade level. So they come in and we'll say, what do you want to do? What do you want to see? What's good for you?
They see the world differently than we do, and I think it's so important to have kids, be part of that. And because of them, it keeps us going, because they're a constant reminder of why we're doing this.
We feel more comfortable around people our own age, especially if me being a sophomore were to talk to the seniors. We would be more likely to help each other just because we are in the same age, we have gone through the same stuff.
I like to have my own voice and say, this is what I'm going to do, and this is why.
Being a Go On ambassador, when you're a peer, they're more willing to listen to you because you're in the same place as them and you get where they're coming from.
Kids really responded very well to the personal touch. They had that opportunity to be more human with their students and find out some really fun things. And then at the same time, the students opened up in return and started sharing their dreams and their ideas, their fears, and the conversations began to open up.
I think it's made a huge impact on our school. It's brought a bunch of teachers and students closer together just because we're all working together to help.
I think the biggest differences we're seeing is that they're actually just thinking about their future. They're better able to articulate what they might want to be, what they might want to do, and while it might not be set in stone, they're thinking about the possibilities.
It's one of those things that I think kids are interested in their future. They just don't understand what tools are out there. I was excited that the kids were so excited to just dig in and look around and see what's available to them in all aspects, not just, what they wanted to be when they grew up, but maybe different avenues of how to get there.
Students who are like, what are you going to do in the future? I'm going to go to the skate park today after school, has changed to, well, I'm thinking about going to MIT, so I think I need to take these classes.
And what Go On did here at Homedale, it said, you know what do you want to do? Let's dream together, let's be creative.
We're wanting to get out of here, we're wanting to see the world, and Go On has made us realize that it's more possible than we think it is.
The whole program is just kind of giving people a helping hand that might not have had anyone there for them.
At first, I didn't really think I was going to go to college, but now just really getting involved with everything and just trying my hardest, that's something I'm going to do.
Everything that we do here, we feel like should be able to be replicated somewhere else. And obviously, I'm focused on Lowell Scott students. But if students across the valley or across the state or across the nation can benefit from that, I'm all for that.
If you want more interactive, interested, dynamic students, you've got to connect them to their future.
But they're going to have a wealth of information from which to draw from as they leave here.
We want them to succeed, we want them to go on. So I'm proud to be here because of that. And I have other options, and I wouldn't be here if I didn't truly believe that.